everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another edition of Live from My Mother's Basement with yours truly, Mike Marino. We're down here in the basement on Columbus Day. Oh, I had a glitch. I don't know what the hell that was.
That happens.
That happens. But I brought my friend Sal Manzo, who happens to be a phenomenal singer throughout the tri-state area. He's from New York. He made a big trip to come all the way down here to hang around with me in the basement. But hey, you know what? We got great food. We got great drinks. We got great stories. And it's Italian-American month. And tonight is Columbus Day.
Certainly is. I got to ask you one question.
All right, Sal.
I come from, I live in the beginning of Nassau County, right? Beginning of Nassau County. How is
All right,
it?
now wait a minute. I'm a Jersey guy. So what is the beginning of Nassau County?
Beginning of Nassau County is on the borderline of Queens. So I've been more or less a city guy my whole life.
Is this your camera? Is that on Facebook or is that on
That's
Instagram?
on Facebook.
Well, it looks a little weird. People writing in on the side. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't.
Hey, Johnny Salami, if you go to his channel, can you see how his thing is coming in?
No.
No? Okay, great. Go to Sal Manzo on Facebook because I know he's recording as well.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
And we're right back from this commercial break. All right. So we're talking to Sal Manzo. Like I said, he drove all the way in from New York City. It's a rainy day. I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat. We as Italians, or we as Americans, or New Yorkers, Connecticut, New Jersey, maybe even people from Canada, this is a big day because normally we would have the Columbus Day Parade in New York City. And you have to admit, the Columbus Day Parade in the city is probably the biggest, greatest, most funnest parade to be at. Yeah, we got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas.
Yeah, but it's our day.
It's our day.
It's our day.
The flags.
And I've been
the
blessed.
food.
I've been blessed to sing on the red carpet there twice in my life.
Okay, now there's where we're going to start this show.
There you go.
Because I've never gotten to perform at Columbus Day. It's always hosted by one of my fellow comedians, Joe Piscopo, which I swear I wish he would let me come down there and co-host just one
Yeah, that'd be
Columbus
great.
Day.
And Maria Bartiromo too. She does.
Yes.
They do it together. Yes.
Maria! Shout out.
Now I got to ask you this question. I told you, beginning of Nassau County, I live. I'm a Brooklyn guy. Brooklyn, Queens to Long Island. That's my family trek. But why is it no matter where I drive to Jersey, it takes 4 days? I want to know why that is.
All right, well, because in the state of New Jersey, one wrong turn ends you up in Canada.
It's really true. I don't understand it. Not any other state. I could drive to Florida quicker than I can to New Jersey.
It's absolutely 100% true. I don't know why that is, but the state of New Jersey has the craziest roads that even navigation systems in your phone tell you, you know what, just go fuck yourself. The place don't exist. You're going to make a U-turn, a jug handle, an up, a down, and you end up home. And then your thing says 4 more minutes.
It's great. Speaking of the family trek, anybody from Brooklyn, they either went Brooklyn, Queens to Long Island or Brooklyn, Staten Island to Jersey. Those are the 2 Italian treks. Similar to what Columbus had to put up with.
Right.
Same thing.
Well, that's how Columbus discovered America. He saw Brooklyn and said, this ain't so bad. I think I'll stay in Long Island.
Oh, God.
But that's really
Hello,
funny.
guys.
Really
I'm not
good
leaving you
stuff.
out. I just can't read your stuff right now. I'll get back to you later.
What's up, Sal Manzo's phone? We're having some fun. I'm Mike Marino. We're live in my mother's basement, my real mother's basement on Columbus Day. I think this is episode, let me put on my glasses because I'm getting younger. This is episode 158. We're having a lot of fun. Before we get into the career of Sal Manzo, let's talk about a little bit of bullshit that's going on in the world. Now, I know everybody had their fun making fun of the bug that was on the vice president's head.
You know what? I got to make you laugh.
Please.
Until they said it the next day, I never saw it.
I never saw it.
I never saw it. In other words, they must have zoomed in on that with a special camera or something to torture the poor guy.
The thing is, did they zoom in? Was it really there? Or was it added in post?
I don't know, but when I saw it the next day on Facebook, he was actually doing the tarantella on his head.
It was an Italian bug. Bugaloo. That's fucking hilarious. I said bugaloo. Bugaloo bug. Actually, when I saw the bug, I thought about the original Fly. Did you see the original Fly in black and white?
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price. You remember Vincent Price?
Yeah, yeah.
He had some of the scariest movies. I love a good scary movie, right?
I love them too.
You like a scary movie?
Vampire stuff
A
especially.
vampire. I think we talked about this once on another show. That oh yeah, we had a director on the show, Cerritos. Forgot his first name. Cerrito. What the hell was his name? Well, he was on a show. He's directing a horror movie,
Uh-huh.
and we talked about horror movies from back in the day and the new type of horror movies. And I was saying that my favorite horror movie of all time was The Exorcist.
Till today, it's the scariest movie ever. I don't care what anybody says. Now, I'm not really scared of that much, but I can't watch that movie by myself. I
No,
can't do it.
no.
I'm afraid to go, and I'm afraid to walk to the bathroom. I'm
And
afraid.
You're a big guy, so I could just say if me and you were watching The Exorcist and nobody else was in the room, we had some nice number 4 sandwiches from the Nutley Kings.
Like
is
these here?
Yes,
Like
we
these
could
here?
eat those in a little bit.
All right. We might be able to get through
But what I'm going to say
movie.
was we would cuddle. We would cuddle. I'd be petrified. I'd be like, you know what? If you don't mind, snuggle up to me just a little bit while she says, "Do you know what she did?"
But I got news for you. You got a better shot of hitting the lotto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't play the lotto, so I guess I'm out. But that was a scary ass movie, and I like. I think we talked about this because he's directing that stuff. Plus Halloween's coming up. But you know what? You never get to see. Now we could do something funny. An Italian scary movie. Think about it.
Well, I've actually seen quite a few of them, just because they were just no good.
Oh well,
That's why.
no. Let's do a parody on Italian scary movies. Now, one of the funniest, not so Italian but Italian movie would have been Abbott and Costello. Do you remember when Abbott and Costello met like Dracula and stupid shit like that?
Frankenstein, the whale,
Frankenstein.
the Wolfman. Yeah.
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 And Bela Lugosi was in it. Was he Italian?
No, he was something else.
Bela Lugosi. Google.
I really
Johnny
think
Salami.
he might have came from Transylvania.
Yeah, that was Italian. Transylvania.
Why? Because there's a vowel.
Right.
I got you.
No, wait. An Italian scary movie. How about this? Boo! You ain't scaring me. Come on, Anne Marie. I said boo.
Oh.
You were scarier when you were alive. All right, that's my cheap shot.
All right, but who was more scary than Luca Brasi?
Yeah, he had a short career.
Lenny
How
Montana.
many movies did Luca Brasi do?
Well, his real name was Lenny Montana. That was his real name.
Right.
And I know he did a few movies. I don't know about how many, but I remember seeing him in another movie when he played like a down-and-out boxer. I don't remember the whole gist of it,
Really?
but talk about a scary guy.
Well, now that we're on that subject, Luca Brasi in The Godfather supposedly was not an actor. He was.
He was, yeah, I heard, stories that, in fact, he was part of that life, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
So on a movie set, a guy like that would be, they call that something. Authenticity. Johnny Salami. Look it up. What do you call the guy on the set who makes it authenticity?
The phone law. Sorry.
The what?
The phone law.
Your phone died?
Not a consultant.
All right. A consultant. No, a mobster consultant. He shot him, but not that way. He came up behind him and shot him behind the ear. You did it in front of the ear. You got to do it again.
Oh, God.
A consultant. But we were talking about still the fly on the head. And the fly, we talked about the real movie, The Fly, which I'll never forget with Vincent Price. At the end, when you saw that guy's head,
Yeah.
and he was going, "Help me."
Yeah, he's begging for help.
Help me. And he hits him with the rock. And he goes, "For the rest of my life, I'll never forget that sound."
Well, and that was the end of the movie. That was it, right?
Yeah. And then it was done as a remake, and the remake was disgusting. And it launched the career of that other actor.
Yeah, he was on that. It was on that show with the.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I hate when that happens.
All right, well, that's it for the rant. I personally don't like when the debates go into them making fun of each other. If they're going to make fun of each other, they should take it outside and beat the shit out of each other. That would be something to watch. Making fun of each other and they can't do nothing about it, that's a waste of time. I just want to know what you're going to do if you became a vice president or the president. Because as Mike Marino, 2020, running for president, I will tell you flat out what I'm going to do. And if I was president of the United States, Sal would be in charge of catering.
Much appreciated for the big job that you have given me. Much appreciated.
He just looks like he would be a good caterer. No pun intended. But he also would be the head singer because Sal is a singer. And he drove out here tonight and graciously,
5 days took me.
yeah, because one wrong turn between the Brooklyn Bridge and New Jersey takes you to Connecticut.
Actually, I'm gonna make you laugh. I sort
go.
of fibbed a little bit. I slept on my cousins last night in Jersey. Okay.
Did you?
My cousin Anthony and Delia, and they used to own a very famous restaurant in Brooklyn called Two Toms on 3rd Avenue and Carroll Street, my old neighborhood, South Brooklyn. And they made me such a wonderful breakfast and dinner last night. I was in my glory.
For real?
Yeah.
This is real?
Yeah, yeah.
You slept at somebody else's house?
My cousins.
In Jersey?
Jersey, Manalapan.
Hey, we should have came early.
Manalapan.
Manalapan, that's like down the shore, right?
Not that close. I put it in. It was about a 45-minute drive from there to here, so it wasn't that bad. So they made macaroni with all the meat and the sauce. It was wonderful. Thank you, cousin. All right.
Thank you, cousin.
All right, cousin. Thank
Cousin.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? While we're on that topic, because they did this at the feast I was entertaining at yesterday. It was a nice Italian festa in the street the other night. We had a lot of fun, a lot of great singers.
It was Jersey.
It was in Jersey. And a lot of people had to have the conversation, whether it's sauce or whether it's gravy, whether it's pasta or whether it's macaroni, whether it's spaghetti or whether it's linguine. Where do you stand on all of that?
Well, from the time I was a kid, it was always gravy. We called it gravy. And we never called it pasta. We always called it macaroni.
Isn't that funny the way that is? Okay, here it is, Columbus Day. And one of the most intense arguments amongst Italians, if it's really an argument, because I think it's almost mostly just for fun. It's fun. Some of us say gravy, some of us say sauce. My mother said gravy because in the gravy was meat.
Correct.
And the meat made it thick and pulpy, creating a meat sauce. If she had with no meat, it was marinara or marina, and it was considered sauce.
But with spaghetti and linguine, there is a difference. Because linguine, you associate more with the fish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And spaghetti more with the red sauce. You know.
Linguine and clam sauce,
Right.
linguine and mussels, linguine and all of that shit. I'm allergic to fish. I never heard, I don't even look at that. I can't. On Christmas Eve, I leave the house because let me tell you something.
Man,
that shit's
really?
disgusting.
That's horrible.
It's disgusting.
I feel bad for you.
I don't know who eats and why would you eat.
Eel?
No, eel. Oh, that's disgusting. What's everybody have as an appetizer?
Scungil, calamari.
Galamad. Ah, I would never have a galamad. It's disgusting to me.
Is that so?
Yeah, I can't do it, and it smells.
Well, it smells maybe when it comes out of the ocean.
It's disgusting.
Not when it's in Front Diablo sauce. It's
I don't.
fine.
I don't have none of that. And another thing I don't have is bacala. Bacala is an ass kicking. I'm going to give you a bacala, which means somebody in your family is going to beat the shit out of you.
Well, first of all, bacala, you got to soak it for days in order for it to prepare right. But it's great in a cold salad. Olive oil and lemon, nice.
That's disgusting.
What kind of Italian are you?
I'm a weird one. I don't eat everything. But I wanted you to come out on the show because it is Columbus Day. I do want to celebrate, and I want to talk about what's going on in the world. Of course, everybody assumes Italians from New York or New Jersey might have some friends that do things like this. You know, we all might know, we might not know. We hope that we knew. I really do miss the fact that we couldn't go into New York City today to see Columbus Day. Now, there's a lot of chit-chat about Columbus Day, and people saying that he wasn't the greatest guy that we all thought that he was, or that we assume that he is, or that we know that he is, especially when we read our history books. And it's a celebration of Italian heritage. My family came over from Italy. I'm sure your family came over from Italy. They did the right thing. They raised their families, and look at us. We're still in the basement all this time later.
Where else would we want to be?
Yeah. We invented the pizza, the macaroni, and what else did we invent?
As a matter of fact, the first pizzeria in the United States at the turn of the last century was in Manhattan.
Oh, is that right?
The first pizzeria, Lombardi's.
Is that right?
Yes, on Spring Street. That was the first pizzeria in the country going back to the turn of the last century.
Is it still there?
Still there.
Lombardi's?
Lombardi's still there.
How old is it? Like 100 years old.
Yeah, probably more now. Yeah.
You gotta love a good slice of pizza. I was out in California for quite some time.
Cardboard.
Yeah.
California pizza cardboard.
There are Italian places in California, and from time to time you can get a nice slice of pizza, and you got to know where to go.
Listen, I know you live out there in L.A. You go back and forth between here and L.A. And you want to give a shout out, but you're not going to bullshit me with that one. And you know what else they don't know anything about at all? They have no clue. You can go to the best restaurant in Beverly Hills, Italian restaurant. Ask them for broccoli rabe. They don't even know what it is. That's the truth.
There's the Italian places in Los Angeles that are really, really good. And there's some still in North Hollywood and Burbank. There's one I talk about in Lakewood, California all the time, Foggia. And I have a lot of friends that have restaurants. But yeah, you're not going to go into Beverly Hills and get broccoli rabe or gavi deals. That ain't going to happen. But that's all right, because if you did out there, you'd be so disappointed you'd start a fight. You might even start a protest. I'm protesting. What you protesting? This food tastes like shit.
I've never protested about anything in my life. If I ever did that, I got cracked.
Right? Okay, so that's a topic too. Kids today. Now, I watched in the news today. I just want to scroll this down a little bit. They were saying that the millennials are so privileged by what they get that they don't get the fact that they are privileged. Now, when we were younger, if you did something that you weren't supposed to do, what'd you get?
Cracked.
Cracked. One word. Crack. All our mothers had the same weapon.
The spoon.
Spoon. Isn't it funny there could be thousands and thousands of Italians? What's the weapon of choice to discipline your children?
The spoon.
The spoon.
But the belt was right there, too.
The belt.
When my father took off the belt,
you knew. You knew.
That's right. I knew I was in for it.
When your father took off the belt, the lawnmower started.
I'll never forget. I was 13 years old. Here, I'll show you. I got my first tattoo, right? I was 13. Now, back then, you weren't even allowed to get a tattoo. We went in the basement. So when I got home, I was 13. When I got home, I went in to wash it off. And stupid me, I forgot to throw the little bloody towel that was on there out in the garbage, and my mother saw it. And she thought I got hurt. What happened? I said, look, Ma, I got a tattoo. Wait till your father gets home. My father used to drive a bus for New York City. When he got home, he really didn't want to. He wanted to eat and go to bed. I'll never forget that night. As soon as he got in, he didn't even get a chance to stick his fork in the dish to eat. Look what he did.
Isn't it funny when a man came home, the first thing he wanted was dinner, then right to bed?
Well, especially if you're working a double shift or something.
He drove a bus?
Yeah, for New York City.
Jesus Christ. In the city?
Flushing. In Flushing, Queens.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I couldn't even
He's
imagine.
still alive, by the way. He's around. My father's still around, yeah. He's still around. I don't want to make it look like he was dead. He's not dead yet. He's still around.
I couldn't even imagine what it would be like to be a bus driver in the city, Brooklyn, Queens, Flushing. The word Flushing alone scared the shit out of me when I was going to college. You're on the wrong train. You're going to Flushing. Oh, I'm going to die.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City for 2 years.
Isn't that something?
So I commuted from here to the city.
Oh, that's great.
I was a big city guy. I started going into the city when I was like 13, 14 years
like me
old.
too. Same thing, yeah.
Never really thought that it was that different because we're all from New Jersey. You're on the other side of the water. You just figure, okay, there's New York.
Whole other world.
Now it's even another world. It's like a mystery.
Oh, God.
I don't want to go into the city. I'm afraid. I'm afraid again like I was when I was 16.
I was there the other day.
I wouldn't even know how to ride the subway no more.
I was there the other day. My son moved in with his a wonderful girlfriend, Carolyn. They moved into an apartment together in the city.
See how nice he just became?
Well, I'm talking about my son, so.
He looked right into the camera. My son.
Yeah.
You're such a good guy.
Yeah. I went into my dad routine.
Right. You know, speaking of your dad routine and what we were talking about just a little while ago, there was a sitcom called Wait Till Your Father Gets Home.
Really?
Yeah,
How long ago was that?
I don't know. I guess I was in my early teens. Wait till your father gets home. I remember the jingle. Wait till your father gets, until your father gets, wait till your father gets
How
home.
funny is that? I don't
Yeah,
even remember that.
yep. And I think Dom DeLuise was in it, but there was another one that Fish, oh, you remember Fish? He was in The Godfather.
Abe Vigoda.
Abe Vigoda. He had a sitcom too called Fish, which was a spin off
Right.
of Barney Miller
Barney Miller.
back in the good old days.
Great show.
Remember Barney Miller?
Great show.
If you remember, ladies and gentlemen, watching the show, Barney Miller took place on one set. It was always in the office.
Is that
It
incredible?
was always in the office, and every ethnic group was in the show.
Correct.
They had the Chinese guy, Puerto Rican guy, black guy, Wojciech Howitz.
Wojciech Howitz.
They always made fun of him
Right,
because
right.
he was Polish.
Yeah, right. Right.
Wojciech
right.
Howitz.
Hal Linden.
Hal Linden, and it was one of the funniest shows. And if you remember, the Puerto Rican guy was from another show, Red Fox. Who was Red Fox's show?
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son.
You mentioned
Johnny
Dom-
Salami is supposed to be authenticity.
Yes,
You-
he
you-
was on there. He was on it.
You mentioned
Maybe he was Cuban.
you mentioned Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, remember Dom DeLuise?
Oh, the fatso.
Fatso. Yeah, remember when he was crying? He was eating the sauce.
One of the greatest movies. If you're Italian American, that's got to be one of the greatest ever. When he goes to get the Chinese food, and by the time he gets home, he's supposed to eat with his whole family, his sister, and he ate all the Chinese food in the car.
Yeah.
How about
Yep.
the birthday cake?
Yep. And they were
Big
crying.
Big piece missing.
Oh,
And most of those people are from New Jersey. Though those guys are from New Jersey, from Newark area.
Yeah, well,
New Jersey City.
you mean from that movie? Actually,
From that movie, all those people were the main. His brother was from 7th Street in Newark.
he played a great part too. His brother,
His little brother, yeah.
and Anne Bancroft played his sister.
Yeah, she was beating the hell out of him.
Great.
not only was that a great movie, but what about when he was in all the race movies with
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds,
But the outtakes were
Frank
the best.
Frank Sinatra?
But the outtakes were
Yes,
the best.
and he would
of
hit
those.
him.
Right, even Sinatra was in Cannonball Run 2.
That's what Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run 2.
And drove a little Chevy. A Dodge Shelby, little Dodge Shelby.
Isn't that something?
Yes. I mean, if you remember, he came out dressed like Superman. What was that? Dun dun dun.
He turned into him,
Captain
right?
Chaos.
Captain Chaos.
Captain Chaos.
Because he was afraid of something.
Burt Reynolds couldn't stop laughing. They couldn't get the scenes done
Yes,
after
the
time.
outtakes. The outtakes were hilarious because they couldn't stop cracking up.
Right.
Sammy Davis Jr. I think even Dean Martin.
Yeah,
Dean Martin was in it, yeah.
he was in the car with Sammy Davis in the movie.
Well,
yeah.
that's almost like a great segue now because you're a singer,
I am.
and I would assume some of your favorites are Frank Sinatra.
Now I'll go to the other
Sammy
arm.
Davis.
Here's the other arm.
Oh shit!
There he is. There's Sinatra right
Can you
there.
see it? Can you see it?
That's me. That's the man. That's the man. I got to tell you, I got a quick Sinatra. I've sang and I've been blessed to sing for the Sinatra family in my life 3 times
Right.
at Patsy's Restaurant
Sure.
on 56th Street.
I've never been there, but it's a famous place.
Yes.
So anybody who's listening or watching, Patsy's Restaurant, New York City, has been around from back in the day and
Correct.
the greatest of all greats. I was supposed to open for Dean Martin's daughter at Patsy's.
She goes there
I
a
never
lot.
made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she goes there a lot. So I got to sing for them quite a few times. And then some years back, Patsy's actually opened up at the Hilton Hotel in Atlantic City. Now, of course, we know the Hilton's been closed for a long time. But that was the only other spot that they ever opened up outside of Manhattan. So the coolest thing was the night that I sang in Atlantic City at Patsy's, they coincided it, because Frank had already passed, they coincided it with Frank Sinatra Jr.'s concert in the showroom. So after the show, in the showroom with Frank Sinatra Jr., then everybody came into the restaurant for the food, and I was singing in the restaurant. So I got to talk to Frank Jr. Nancy was there, and I sang a duet with Nancy Sinatra's daughter, Frank Sinatra's granddaughter, AJ. We sang "Unforgettable" together, and that's like one of the
Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So I was. It's one of my greatest moments ever. Like I'm looking at her, and there he is, same eyes, and that's my idol's
All
granddaughter.
right, so let's talk about this because I don't really know about AJ. She's the granddaughter of Frank Sinatra.
She's
Who's her mom?
Nancy.
Okay, so she's from Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy had two daughters. AJ is the older, and at the time AJ was doing some singing in a rock and roll band, and we got to talking. So she said to me, "Yeah, I know. My grandpa hated rock and roll." So I said, "You're lucky he's not here. You're singing in a rock band." And actually, not too long ago, she started doing some standards of her grandfather's music. She has a nice voice. So
And how about the other sister? What's the other sister's name?
you know what? I forgot offhand. Which
Who's the one that sang "These Boots Were Made for Walking"?
that was Nancy.
Nancy.
The mom,
That was her mom. Yeah.
Frank's wife.
No.
Oh, okay.
Frank's first wife was Nancy. Their first daughter was Nancy. Now Nancy sang "These Boots Are Made for Walking."
Right.
Right. And her daughter is AJ, and she has the other daughter. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. But
Well, how old is AJ? I mean, is she hot? She's single? Hook the brother up.
well, I haven't talked to her in a while, but I don't know if she's single. She was single for a while.
You had her number?
Did I have her number?
Again, he says it to the camera. Did I have her number?
Oh no, we haven't talked in quite a long time, but we did a couple of times talk back and forth on Facebook. We even talked about possibly doing something together. Just never, it never amounted to anything. But that one night, I have the audio somewhere. I got to look it up, but I have great pictures of us singing together, and then I have another great picture of her hugging her grandfather on my arm.
Show the camera. I don't see it. Oh, nice.
So I got a picture. She's hugging her grandfather on my arm. So I had my smile was from ear to ear.
No shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got to sing with one of the Sinatras. Well, that's really
Yeah,
great.
that's
Did you get to meet anybody else in the family?
her mom, Frank Jr., Tina I met once. But we were talking about Frankie Valli before. I sat down and spoke to Frankie Valli quite a few times at Patsy's. Tony Bennett, Tony Danza.
Know anybody else with the name Tony?
It's Columbus Day.
Columbus Day. It's a great holiday. Italian Heritage Month. We're with Sal Manzo in the basement. Sal, I think it's really great that you admire all these singers, and I know there's people out there that are admiring you now. So I would really like you to sing a couple songs, and I want you to sing the last song to close us out, but that's not going to be for a little while. While we've been talking, I'm starting to get a little hungry, and we always eat on this show.
Well, are we going to eat first, or you want me to sing first? What do you want me to do?
Well, that was the question. I'm sorry, I burped. That's the question. Can you sing after you eat, or do you got to eat?
I'd rather sing before I eat, but
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
For the
Okay.
purposes of our show, we'll do what we have to do.
No. We can eat at any time. I don't want you to sing after you eat these gabagool sandwiches, the number 4. well,
Wait, I got
be
an
burping.
idea. I got an idea.
doing all kinds of crazy shit. But I want him to sing one song. I'd like him to sing right now. You know the song that I was singing with you before, and I played it on the drums.
Fly Me to the Moon?
Yeah.
Want to do Fly Me to the Moon?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So Sal is going to sing "Fly Me to the Moon."
You want me to do it a cappella?
You could do it any which way you want.
The next song I'll do with a little
Maybe
music.
do the last few verses, so you don't have to do the whole song. And while Sal is singing this song, I'm gonna be a gavon, and I'm gonna eat a Hero King's number 4 sandwich, which is gabagool. And everybody knows one of my favorite places to eat is Johnny Salami's Hero King. Look at, don't be sad, here, because I know you're dying to eat these fucking sandwiches.
Yeah, I've been
They're-
looking at them for an hour
they're
already.
so damn good. And Johnny always comes with not only just the Mike Marino sandwich, the number 4. You can't say it without going 4. The number 4 sandwich. You get these sandwiches at the Hero Kings which is in Nutley, New Jersey, www.theheroking.com. And we always tell people to call Johnny Salami and break his balls, even if you don't want a sandwich, at 973-661-3095. Ask for Johnny Salami. After 30 years of knowing him, I still don't know his real last name, nor do we care. Yeah, we always breaking your balls.
Why don't we do this?
All right, wait a minute. A lot of people are starting to write in right now, and they're asking Sal to sing. I just want to do one thing real quick because Johnny did bring the great sandwiches.
Amanda. AJ's, thank you, James. AJ's sister's name is Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Here we go. I'm eating tortellini, and Sal is going to sing one of my favorite songs. And a one, and a two.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, Michael, I love you.
Holy shit. Wow.
Can I eat now?
No.
No.
Wow, that was unbelievable. Boy, did you belt that out. You know what's really great about the acoustics here in the basement? I bet you any money 3 of my neighbors heard you singing.
Keep it going. The board lit up like crazy here.
Did-
Keep it going. The board's
Are they
lit up
gonna-
here nuts.
Hold on a minute.
Your neighbors heard us?
Yeah, I hope so. That was,
Are they going to pay us
that was
anything?
fucking
Gonna
incredible.
pay us? No.
Oh, all right. Listen, now let's take some questions. If anybody would like to ask Sal, Manzo, any questions, or myself, like where is he performing, where you could see his work, what's going on in his career, what's his next performance. We also have a very nice question that I'd like to talk to Sal about too. He does a lot of charitable work, and right now he's doing some charity for breast cancer on Long Island. So Sal, would you tell us about that too?
Yeah, I am coinciding with La Piazza Restaurant in Melville. I do some singing there. La Piazza Restaurant in Melville, and an organization called First Company Pink. Donna Chiaffi, who is the president and founder, is a breast cancer survivor, along with her partner, Linda Bonanno. They're both breast cancer survivors. First Company Pink is a wonderful organization. I've been singing for them for quite a few years now. And being that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're going to do something a little bit more special. So I will be at La Piazza in Melville this coming Wednesday singing, and also La Piazza in Melville on Sunday at 4 p.m. So Wednesday night, La Piazza, Melville, Long Island, 7 p.m. And right after that, this coming Sunday, 4 p.m., La Piazza, Melville, Long Island. We'll do the best we can to bring awareness to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And their goal, their first goal, First Company Pink, is more than awareness. They want action. Make sure you get checked, girls. That's their... They go out, don't wait for something to happen. Get what you got to get done before anything happens to you. That's their main thing.
Well, that's really, really great of you, and I'm sure everybody out there appreciates that. Right now, you do have some questions coming in. A lot of people are saying, bravo, thank you so much for the song. Kevin Epstein asked the question, well, it's a statement. I have followed Sal all summer. He's getting me through this fucked up time. So thank you for doing that and making people happy and
Thank
joyful.
you. Well, Kevin, thank you. And I speak to Kevin on Facebook. And thank you guys for tuning in. You know, it was my pleasure during the crazy times of the pandemic. You know, I was on for you guys almost every night. I sang 58 straight nights during the pandemic to just put a smile on people's faces. That's all. That's all I wanted to do. So
fantastic. I know everybody's out there happy that you do that. Right now, Robert Monzi is also a friend of mine out in Los Angeles. He's saying bravo to you. You have a beautiful voice, and he loves you, Mr. Manzo.
Thank
also,
you.
Now you're getting another question from Fabio Moro. And his question is to Sal, what is your favorite Italian song?
I have a lot. First of all, thank you, Robert. Mr. Manzi, this is Mr. Manzo. Manzo, Manzi. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Fabio, what's my favorite Italian song or Mike's favorite Italian song?
His.
All right, so then you'll tell me yours after. I love Vicino mare.
Oh, now you got to sing the whole thing.
Vicino amore e cuore ci spens passar. How's that? I love that
come on,
song.
don't stop. You got to do a couple more.
I have but one heart. This heart I bring you. I have but one heart to share with you. I have but one dream that I can cling to. You are the one dream I pray comes true. Now, that song was done English and Italian. What movie? You guys, what movie? What scene? Who sang it?
That's a good question to put out there.
Al, I got one for you.
Wait a minute, Nate. We got to stay on this question because it's a great question.
You're gonna love this.
Let's see if anybody asks Sal any questions right there. What's your favorite song? He just sang a song from a movie. Does anybody know what movie that's from? And
That's my favorite Italian song. Yes.
yes. All right, I'm going to answer the question.
Shoot.
The song is from The Godfather.
Correct.
And it was sung by Frankie Fontaine.
Correct?
And then he spoke some of the lines in the song.
But who was it? Who played Frankie Fontaine?
Ah, well, the guy who played Frankie Fontaine in The Godfather, I did a lot of sketches with on The Tonight Show. Holy shit, I'm going to forget his fucking name. What was his name?
I got you.
He's a very famous
Al
singer.
Martino.
Al Martino. I did a lot of Al Martino skits with me, him, and Jay Leno back in the day. And he did sing a verse. I mean, he spoke a verse.
Well, he sang a little English, a little Italian, I believe.
No, wait a minute. I have but one to play with you.
What part of Italy am my family from? We're around the Naples area. That's where my people came from way back when. Hello, Ben Marsala.
Ben question like this.
See Ben Marsala?
All right, well, let's go up a little bit. First of all, you got James Chalice. If you need a stage magician, everybody needs a job.
What
It's
the
so
hell?
sad. Hold on a minute. If you need a stage magician who charities, wait a minute. He's a friend of Johnny Salami's. James Chalice is asking the question. I do charities. You can get in touch with me or talk to Johnny Salami. Oh my God, that's that guy. You're a pain in the ass, man. This guy will do a joke for you, and you'll be in the bathroom taking a shit, and he comes in and goes, "Want to see a joke?"
You want to see it?
That's my pal Ben Marsala.
Hold on a minute now. Don't pass up some of these really great people. Right now, Danny Niz Sel, which happens to be Italian. Nice job from Sal. Music always soothes the soul. What part of Italy? So you said that. What part of Italy is your family from? And Robert Quarto was saying, great show. Now, he's the guy I was telling you about who has a great Italian deli called Foggia Italian Market and Deli in Lakewood, California. And I go there all the time. This guy's food's so great. He came to see me at the Laugh Factory in one of the comedy clubs down in Long Beach. He brought a sandwich. I brought the sandwich on stage and ate it in front of the audience. So he's great.
You know what's gonna? You know what I'm gonna do? I have many friends down in Southern California. When I know Mike's back there performing, I'm coming out. I'm gonna stay for a while.
Yes, he's going to get to stay with me. And here comes a great question for you, Sal. Now, nobody asked me this question, but this question's for you. Nick Morelli. Jerry Monaco. Is Sal married?
No. The answer is no. I am
He's
not married. I'm
He's
single
single.
for. Listen, I'm divorced a long time. I have a wonderful son, 28 years old. His name is same as mine, and but all is good.
Jerry, if you'd like to go out with Sal, just instant message him.
I actually know who Jerry Monaco is.
Oh, you do? All right. Well, here we go. We're getting some fan mail from Australia, and our friend in Australia, Nick Morelli. You guys are great. Greetings from Australia.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
And of course, Robert Quarto, who's saying he loves when we come to his Italian deli, and Paul Pacheco and I are all part of the Sons of Italy in Los Angeles and the Grandsons of Italy in Los Angeles. I miss everybody. I wish I could get back there and go to those meetings and have some fun.
Who's that? Oh, my cousin Delia, who made me the sauce last night. Did you see Delia Marie?
Yeah.
She made me. I told everybody how great your sauce was and all the meat in the sauce, and you made me beautiful breakfast. And now you're telling everybody I'm getting married. It's a lie. She just likes breaking my chops. I'm not getting married. Not.
I'm not getting married either, and I don't really have any anything going on. If anybody out there wants to, I don't sing, but I can have Sal go behind the bushes and pretend it's me singing.
I gotta help you out. I gotta help you out.
Oh, this is
I gotta
great.
get you out of this freaking basement once in a while. I gotta help you out.
I got one for you.
It's
Go ahead,
nice
shoot.
being down here in
I
the
got you
basement.
one. Where are we right now?
We're in Mike's mother's basement.
His mother, Mama.
Mamma, solo per te la mia canzone vola. Mamma, sarai con me, tu non sarai più sole. Quando ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospiro il mio cuore. Forse non Susanna più mamma, ma la canzone mia più bella sei tu la vita, e per la vita non ti lascio mai più, mamma, mai più.
Holy shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stop watching Jimmy Kimmel. Stop watching The Tonight Show. Stop watching none of that shit. Watch Live from My Mother's Basement with me, Mike Marino, and I'll have Sal on my show every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Holy shit.
I can't come to Jersey
come
that
on, look at
much.
this. He gets lost on a Brooklyn bridge. We'll have him move in. He can live with that lady that he wants to get married from. Holy shit. Isn't that great? Did you hear this man's voice? Mike, have you have money, I could hook you up. Mike, if you have money, I could hook you up.
Oh, that's my cousin Delia. In other words, if you got a few dollars, she has girls that are available.
Well, Delia, let me tell you something. If Sal is sitting with me in front of a billboard that says Live from My Mother's Basement at a bar in the middle of nowhere, your answer is, I don't have a nickel. But I eat good because I have a sandwich named after me called the Gabagool number 4. And not that many people have a number 4. Look at all that letters. Beautiful, mama. Beautiful, beautiful. I used to live in Manalapan. Listen, we got to get going. We've been chatting with Sal for 45 minutes. We have some food here.
I don't want to go nowhere.
From Johnny Salami at the Hero Kings. We're going to do a nice shout out to tonight's sponsor for the show. Tonight's sponsor for the show is Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio. Hold this.
Gina's Pizza from Akron, Ohio.
Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio. They've sponsored many shows. They have great pizza, but it's not just pizza. They have everything out there.
From Ohio?
Italian foods. Yeah.
Are they flying in the pizza so we can eat it tonight?
Well, no, but they did fly in pizza one other time. They flew in a meatball sandwich. They flew in anchovies. They flew in knots. You know the knots?
Garlic knots.
Garlic knots. They flew in all kinds of stuff. It comes overnight. Lasagna, spaghetti, meatballs. It's just really, really great, and you can heat it. The salad I really don't get overnight in the mail, but everything else. So a nice shout out to everybody and all the guys at Regina's Pizza in Akron, Ohio. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for being a proud sponsor of us, Mike Marino Live, down in the basement. And also a quick shout out to our friends at Bada Bean Coffee. Bada Bean Coffee. Is that funny?
Can I get a bag of that before I leave?
What, Bada Bean Coffee?
Yeah.
Yes. Bada Bean Coffee, just go to badabeancoffee.com, spelled C-A-W-F-E-E, Bada Bean Coffee. Use the promo code Marino and you'll get yourself 15% off. My tour this month and next month is here in New Jersey, and I do have one show on October 17th at the Dry Bar Comedy Show in Utah. So everybody, if you want to buy some Marino 2020 t-shirts, we only have a couple more weeks before I become president. I was just waiting for a laugh.
No. And he becomes president, I get put in charge of catering.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
We got to eat good. Number 4. So all you got to do is go to MikeMarino.net. You can pick up some swag. You can pick up some masks that say Make America Italian Again. We do have a free mask for our guest, Sal Manzo, which says Make America Italian Again. Sal, tell everybody where we can find you on the internet.
Okay. You could find me on Facebook. My name's Sal Manzo, very easy. I got a Sal Manzo music page on Facebook. Go to my website, salmanzo.com, and you will see where I'll be at. I didn't post any of my dates yet for November. The rest of October is up there. Come see me live when you can, or see me live on Facebook and Instagram whenever you get a chance.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say goodnight a little bit different than I normally do. Since it's Columbus Day, and since Sal the singer is here, I think it's only accurate that we end tonight's broadcast with one more song from Sal Manzo. I was going to say Sal the singer.
Either way.
Sal the singer, Manzo. So Sal, take it.
These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in Mike's mother's basement. If I can make it here, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York.
Holy shit. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, man. That was insane. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.